If we were to tell you that you could have one hit as a music artist and forever be in infamy, would you take it? You absolutely would. It's One Hit Wonder Wednesdays, giving you your 15 minutes of fame and extending it for a lifetime.
You are listening to 104.1 KQTH, Tucson's News and Talk. It is One Hit Wonder Wednesday, my friends. And Ross has a nice lineup, hoping we once again avoid the 70s. I thought I'd never say that. That's how freaked out our One Hit Wonders dedicated to the 70s. That's how much it freaked me out. Welcome to this show, my friends. A lot to discuss on today's show. Lots of things are happening. We have Tillerson that is just weighed in. We're going to get to him later on in the show. He slammed the Obama administration for passing the buck on Iran. Yeah. He's talking about a new approach. And there's a new approaches happening all over as the Trump administration continues to reset the direction America was going in. We have very tough talk coming from the DOJ, and it's about time. We're talking about designating the gang MS-13 as a terrorist group. Wow. We have, my friends, college campuses gearing up. We're going to talk about that on today's show, too, how college campuses are now becoming recruiting grounds, training grounds for terrorism, American terrorism. We're also going to discuss the magnificent victory, the moral victory the Democrats had last night in Georgia. That's what they're calling it. I'm sorry. What's that guy's name? Asshat? What's his name? Ossoff. I'm trying to find some audio from him because he was just talking about, how great the victory was. Really, the moral victory. I don't know. It's further evidence, though, that the left is completely falling apart, and I'm going to continue that theme. The Democrat Party is on life support. I did a video today, I ran earlier today, a short one, how basically the Democrat Party is DOA. They're seriously, this is Kansas, now Georgia, with all of the anti-Trump angst out there, with all of the money that they have from the left pouring into these special elections. You have Hollywood jumping on board. You had Samuel L. Jackson weighing in, and they get these results. But I want to start with this. Because as hapless as the Democrat Party is, as decimated as they are, they're still powerful because of the illusion of power. The mainstream media is propping up the Democrat Party. Without the mainstream media, the destruction of this party would be complete. There are many people running around out there believing that the Democrats still have juice. Why? Because that's what the media is reporting. Even this asshat last night. What's his name again, Ross? Ossoff. Even his commentary last night was indicative of, the Democrats just don't lose. Even when they lose, they don't lose because they don't think they lose. They don't say they lose. And last night was a perfect example of this with the Democrat congressman wannabe asshat.
Ossoff.
Yeah. But today something happened, and I have to be honest with you, I didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened. The Democrats claimed yet another scalp. Bill O'Reilly is no longer with Fox News. It was rumored that Fox was going to sever its ties with Bill O'Reilly. But I was thinking to myself, you know what? These allegations, where they may be true, sexual harassment. I think he called one of the can I call them secretaries? I want to be careful. I don't want to say anything. Assistant. She was sitting behind the desk. She was an American of African descent. And apparently, Bill O'Reilly's name for her was like, hot chocolate.
Wow.
Hot chocolate. And they said that he didn't say any words to her. He just sort of like growled, like, hot chocolate. I like to drink some of that hot chocolate. Well, she was the latest to come out saying that she was harassed by Bill O'Reilly. True or not, and it's probably true. But they spent a total of $13 million to cover it up. $13 million. You know what? That's true. Because you can accuse me of a lot of things. If I didn't do it, I'm not gonna pay $13 million just for to have you. No. I say I didn't say it. I didn't do it. Hot chocolate. You misinterpreted. I asked you if I could get some hot chocolate. I didn't mean to call you hot chocolate. So he did it. But he did it a little while ago. Comes out today, we find out that the New York Times did an investigation. The New York Times did an investigation of Bill O'Reilly. We also have mainstream media that are looking into conspiracy theory. I'm sorry. Why did his name just leave my head? Just left my head.
The host of Conspiracy Facts?
No, the host, Alex Jones. Oh. Yeah, no, they're putting Alex Jones' business all over the news. Why are they doing that? Well, who's Alex Jones? No, I'm not talking about Michael Dorman. They'll get to him eventually.
Wait, which one's more relevant, Mother Jones or Alex Jones?
Oh, see, Alex Jones more relevant.
Okay.
But you got the Mother Jones type, in the New York Times that are going after Alex Jones. Right. You've got the New York Times who are going after Bill O'Reilly. Why? Why are they investigating Bill O'Reilly? These are the same people that investigated the hell out of Sarah Palin. Remember that? Sending reporters up to Alaska, digging through her garbage and stuff. We are watching the right systematically. The people who are behind the Trump victory are systematically being destroyed. God forbid if you have any kind of dirt against you, because we're coming. How are you going to have all of the feminist groups going after Bill O'Reilly? They still haven't said anything about Bill Clinton. All O'Reilly's doing is walking around talking about some hot chocolate. Bill Clinton he has an illegitimate son by some hot chocolate. And I'm not even talking about the double standard here. I'm not talking about the double standard. We all are well aware of the double standard. What I am telling you is that they are trying to shut down opposition. They're shutting down conservative spokespeople. Look at this report here. Honeymoon from hell. The liberal media versus President Trump. As President Trump approaches the end of his first 100 days in office, he has received by far the most hostile press treatment of any incoming American president, with the broadcast networks punishing him with coverage that has been 89% negative. 89% negative. The networks largely ignored important national priorities such as jobs and the fight against ISIS in favor of news agenda that has been dominated by anti-Trump controversies and which closely matches what would be expected from an opposition party. An opposition party. So who is this? This is Newsbusters, they're onto it. The Democrats are not the opposition party. The media is the opposition party. The media is not an arm of the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party is an arm of the media. And they're purging. And today they're celebrating. And what's frightening to me, even though they tried to keep this, under wraps, Fox and Bill O'Reilly, once the New York Times conducted their investigation, look at all of the people who got on board, all the advertisers who pulled their money out of Fox. Oh, and now all the lefties and the feminist groups, they're under attack. It's withering. We're going to see a lot more of this, my friends. And once they take care of the big fish, they're going to start swimming in the more shallow waters. Because they can't win the argument, so they have to shut it down. More on the other side. You're listening to 104.1 KQTH.
Soft sell on One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Los Del Rio on One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
You are listening to 104.1 KQTH, the Macarena. Yes, I remember my number one. He could actually do the Macarena. He has rhythm. One of the family members, Harris family member, that has rhythm. Yeah, pretty much. 520-751-1041 is the telephone number. If you are a Fox watcher, does this bother you? I am not saying that Bill O'Reilly did not do what he's accused of. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is I know a lot of lefties, commentators, news anchors who have, yeah. If we had a conservative version of the New York Times and we went after them, investigated them, oh my goodness. I could name names right now. I'm just saying. But where there's smoke, there's fire. Do you think this is going to hurt Fox? I can already tell you what Fox's lineup is going to be. 520-751-1041. Let me see here. Yeah, Fox. What do you think about this, Ross? Here's a new lineup for Fox. In the absence of Bill O'Reilly, who was the most watched cable commentator in America. Eric Bolling, he'll be at 5 o'clock. Brett Baer, special report. I think it's going to go for 2 hours. Then Martha McCallan at 7. Tucker Carlson at 8. The 5 at 9. And Sean Hannity will stay where he's at 10 o'clock. He said he didn't want to move. He's comfortable. He's established. So you got Eric Bolling coming again, Brett Baer, Martha McCallan, Tucker Carlson. I guess that's the shot. That's the spot that what's his face used to be in. O'Reilly. See, I even forgot his name already. The 5, and then Sean Hannity. Do you think O'Reilly will end up at CNN? This is CNN. Or is he just done?
I think he's going to end up on one of the major news networks.
You do. Go back to wasn't he with NBC at one point?
What network was A Current Affair on?
I think that was NBC. Maybe he'll go back and maybe he and what's her face will do a show together. No, but they said that's why she left too.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot her name.
Tommy?
Already. Yeah. Once you move, once you leave Fox, we forget your name. Megyn Kelly.
Oh,
Megyn Kelly. Kelly Megan.
I would not be surprised if he shows up on like CBS,
right?
NBC, ABC, something like that. Wouldn't be surprised.
Mark, welcome to 104.1 KQTH.
Hi, James.
How you doing?
The whole woman's argument was that O'Reilly called her hot chocolate.
Right.
Maybe it's because, after a few years, she's not so hot anymore.
Whoops!
Maybe she's warm chocolate. Then she decides to become cold, files a lawsuit, becomes caramel chocolate full of nuts.
She was a Johnny come lately. The other lawsuits had been paid out, but she said that she was afraid. She was too afraid to say anything. That's how controlling and domineering Bill O'Reilly was. So she just left that message on Gloria Allright's phone, I think. She filed her complaint electronically after all of the excrement had already hit the fan.
Well, if you've ever worked for really high-end business people, they all are domineering.
Right.
But it doesn't necessarily rise to the level of sexism.
Yeah, but you know what? I talked to some folks inside. I'll let you on a little secret, Mark. I knew about this stuff like 6 months ago. I knew that something was about to blow up at Fox over Gretchen Carlson. I still kind of got it like that. So I'm not even doubting for 1 second that what Bill O'Reilly is being accused of, he actually did. He did. But what I'm saying is you got a lot of people at CNN, ABC, CBS who do the same thing and worse, but they'll never get touched. Why? Because they're on the team. They're part of the mainstream media. They're leftists. so they're not going to get called out. You got a president who raped somebody. You got a president who's feeling up an intern in the White House underneath the Resolute desk. Mark, what happened to him? Nothing. He's still celebrated.
Right.
So you have
if O'Reilly did do it, and that's great.
He did it.
Yeah, he should be fired.
No,
but
he shouldn't.
It should also be proven.
Listen, here's what I'm trying to tell you. He is proven because he paid it out. I have changed completely. Listen, he didn't rape anybody. You know, he may have harassed some folks. Some folks, one woman felt like he promised her that he would get her internship, or not an internship, a paid contributor spot at Fox, but then she was expected to give it up. And when she didn't give it up, then he didn't invite her back on the show. She went after him for that.
Yeah, that's pretty crap.
That's pretty, yeah. I'm like, it's seriously. You don't know. Maybe you would. See, here's the deal, Mark. Because those paid I said it again, those paid contributors, they're being passed out like candy to the hottest women. And it came with a hotel. No, I'm sorry, a penthouse apartment for some of them. What? Because that's what Roger Ailes was doing. It was Homeville, Mark. I'm not playing.
That's just like the groupies around rock bands.
Exactly. And that is what was happening at Fox. Now, I don't know if they're trying to clean it up, but all I know is, Bill Riley was just like the rest of them. The only thing is Bill Riley was a moderate. Bill Riley helped to get Trump elected, and so therefore Bill Riley had to go. Thank you very much for the call. He's very, very powerful, very, very influential for the conservatives, not the liberals. He's got to go. More of your calls on the other side.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
Right said Fred on One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
This is my personal theme song. My personal theme song right here. Yeah.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy.
Don't get me wrong, my friends.
Sexy for Milan, New York, and
Listen, wait. Here's a comment here. A comment from Facebook. I'm gonna get to the calls. Hold on, callers. Coming to you. Some of the women on Fox News. See, let me say, women on Fox News. Ask why these, or Carla, wants to know why these women dress like they do on Fox. Their clothes are so short, dresses are so short and tight that they can hardly move. Why do the women on Fox dress like that? Ross, who's that woman on the end of the five who's sitting there all the time?
Guilfoyle.
You can see her legs and everything.
Uh-huh.
Why is that?
Well, I'm guessing it's either because somebody told them to, dress the way they do, or they're allowed to have some type of freedom to say, hey, you're allowed to dress
They're
this way.
told to dress the way. You don't see women on TV wearing pantsuits, looking like Hillary. They don't do that.
Right.
Sex sells. That's why. I was on a set with one of the women for Fox News, and she during the commercial break, she started, trying to stuff it back in and then pull it up. I said, it's too late. America has seen your treats. Your treats are out there. So, you need to go ahead and what? That's why you wore that. And then you see them. She's right. You see them when the set's over, they get up and try to walk out. It's like their ankles are tied. Actually, their thighs are tied together. That's how short that stuff is, and how tight it is. You see everything. And it's weird because they don't care. They're dressing for the masses. They don't care what's going on in the studio. They don't care who's looking. Yeah.
Well, isn't their primary audience males 25 to 54?
Now we're talking. That's how it is. Now, here's my deal. I'm not saying Bill O'Reilly is not any different than anybody on network news. They do the same thing and worse. I've heard stories. But Bill O'Reilly was not a threat to the establishment. I'm sorry. Bill O'Reilly is a threat to the establishment. I knew Bill O'Reilly was in trouble when he started getting buddy with Trump. I said, if Trump wins, there's going to be a big fat target on Bill, just like there's a big fat target on Sean Hannity. Let me go to Dr. Tom. Dr. Tom! Welcome to 104.1 KQTH. Did I hit the button?
Yes, you did.
All right, Dr. Tom, how you doing?
I'm really well. You know why they wear those outfits, why they're on Fox, is because they can't get on Univision. Okay, let me just tell you.
Are you telling me that they're Fox are on the sloppy seconds?
6 a.m., man.
Who's that weather girl on Univision?
Oh, which one? Okay. Now, the former weather girl is now the national newswoman and chief correspondent. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Bringing it live. Anyway, we get back to the morality. How do you break down somebody and get them out of the public service? Let's see. What was that? That judge for the Supreme Court, Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
Ben Carson.
Right.
No, not Ben Carson. I'm sorry. Herman Cain.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's funny because I was thinking the same person, and they're all black folks look alike.
Bill Cosby. Let's go on down the line of people that have been ruined because of morality, and those that have been benefited from it. And everybody that's on a major news network, the only one that wasn't, what was that guy that couldn't tell the truth? He's the only one that hasn't been accused of.
Oh yeah, Brian Williams.
Brian couldn't pull it together hard enough to get those kind of charges.
But you raise an excellent point, and people point to Bill Cosby's downfall. Well, Bill Cosby's downfall was when he began to chastise Americans of African descent and how they're supposed to raise their children. Talking about we need to get more involved in the community. Black folks didn't like that, and then soon after that happened, you had 30 Rock. Peacock, that's NBC, and you had Tina Fey, her show, and who was a black comedian, Tracy Morgan, started doing inside jokes on that show about Bill Cosby being a molester. And people were like, where'd that come from? Well, those were the initial seeds that led to the tsunami that has Bill Cosby in trouble. And don't get me wrong, Bill Cosby belongs in jail, but so does Bill Clinton.
And then why doesn't Bill O'Reilly? Maybe it's just naming your children William. That's a bad thing.
That's just it.
I think there should be a ban on that.
If you
Guillermo
dabble
and William.
If you're conservative, you have to have the I's dotted and the T's crossed because, especially now, Dr. Tom, because it is war. It is open season. And we're easy targets because only half a Fox. Only half a Fox. And the rest of it is, easy pickings.
And the others and the accusers have all the morality because, how many times did they get assaulted prior to remembering?
Well, there's another very good observation, Dr. Tom. Thank you very much for the call. Let me go to Chuck. Chuck, welcome to 104.1 KQTH.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing?
That's precisely why it is called Fox News.
Mm.
In our day, it was good-looking women were a fox.
Well, yeah.
But the younger generation doesn't follow that. But
you do realize that you're being sexist here, Chuck.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And if I looked like them and could make more money wearing a short skirt, we'll ride it.
You would you just squeeze yourself in there, right? You would squeeze yourself in that skirt, and they would take a forklift and put you in place, and you just wouldn't move.
And you would think that the left would be okay with it because this should motivate people to be healthier and exercise and look better.
Look at how you're trying to cover up your sexism.
Get your hands off my pudding pops. Take care, my friend.
Chuck, thank you very much for the call. See, here's the thing. Well, when I was on the Fox set, we saw all of that. I can name names. So what did I do the second day? I brought Smoking Hot up in there. Yes, I did. I brought Smoking Hot on the set. All right. She could have been on Fox. Still could be. But then we got, because we had to lay down some parameters here. Because I was hot chocolate back then. Before there was hot chocolate, I was hot chocolate. Sexual chocolate. I'm just saying. Well, anyway, here's my point. My point is simply this. Bill O'Reilly has not done anything that anybody else up there has not done. But Bill O'Reilly just got. He got because there's a purge going on. This is my point. Conservative voices are being purged. And even though I didn't like the back half of O'Reilly's show, and I've been on O'Reilly's show twice, maybe 3 times. Actually, I corrected Bill O'Reilly. He didn't like that. He kept calling it a democracy. I said, we don't live in a democracy. We live in a representative republic. I said, words mean things are important. His reaction was kind of cold. Cold-blooded. But the first part of his show, his talking points and all that kind of stuff are brilliant. So that voice is gone. Now, who's next? Who's the next big fish they're going to come after? They're going to go after? Somebody said that Bill O'Reilly may end up on the Blaze. No. Those egos will clash. That was the Blaze is not big enough for O'Reilly and Beck. I don't know where he's going to end up. There are some upstart conservative stations I heard of that he may end up on if he still wants to do what he does, or maybe he'll just write books.
He's a good writer.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a show to promote his books, which is huge. You got 20 million people tuning in.
Yeah, but don't you think he's written enough books and gotten enough of a popularity thing, or I should say a following to keep his books going?
He does, but truth be told, this is very damaging what happened here. This is a damaging way to go out.
True. But some people might still buy his books regardless.
Right. He has a loyal audience. He has a very loyal audience. All right, I'm going to move on. But I just wanted to put that out there. This is what I noticed. We're talking about the sexual harassment and all that other kind of stuff. What do feminists care about sexual harassment? They don't care about that. What do advertisers care? They don't care about that. what they want. I mean, and Rupert Murdoch, Fox, the reason why they let O'Reilly go is not because we're a moral upstanding. No, you're not. You let him go because you're getting dinged, because the left organized with the advertising campaign, the boycott campaign, and you were starting to feel it on the bottom line. It started an internal civil war almost at Fox, and the younger Murdochs won out over the older. That's what happened. That's why it happened. What are we left to do? Regroup. Hey, but Fox News. Yeah. Well, I'm hearing that they're trying to merge up with somebody else too, so that could be gone soon. I'm just saying, you got to double down. You got to support talk radio. You're listening to 104.1 KQTH.
Tony Basil on One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
I remember this video. She was wearing like a cheerleader suit, wasn't she?
That's correct.
You're listening.
In very bright colors.
There you go.
The Baha Men on One Hit Wonder Wednesday.
Jason Chaffetz has announced today that he's not going to run. He's not going to try to return to Congress.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different than quitting.
Well, he didn't just out and out quit.
Okay.
Okay, you thought I meant he just quit.
No, I thought, because we were talking about this during the break, you're like, yeah, this guy's quitting. I'm like, why?
Well, he is quitting, but not quitting immediately.
He's not running for re-election.
Correct.
That is very different than quitting. But yes.
GOP praises Chaffetz as Democrats celebrate his impending departure. Why do you think he's not going to run anymore? What happened? This comes as a surprise, a shocker. He said, he's like, he's not quite, term limits kind of guy, but he doesn't think that people should make a career out of being a politician. Okay, he's okay. Ross said he's practicing what he preaches. Reaction to Representative Chaffetz's unexpected decision Wednesday to not run for re-election in 2018 roiled, both sides of the political aisle. Republicans hailed his work in Congress, while Democrats and the anti-Trump crowd hailed his immediate, or I should say imminent, departure. Maybe I should put on my other glasses. Okay. Hold on a second. Meanwhile, at least two challengers to the 5-term congressman had already announced plans to run, and more potential successors are likely to jump into the 3rd district race. All right. I was stunned as anyone to learn Congressman Chaffetz's decision not to seek re-election. That was Gary Herbert. His razor-sharp mind, expansive knowledge, and gift for communicating will serve him well when he transitions into the private sector. Yeah, probably to one of those lobbying firms, you think? I'm sorry. Undoubtedly, he will appreciate being able to spend more time here in the great state of Utah, right? I'm doing it for my family. I need to spend more time with my family. Isn't that what they usually say? He didn't say what he intends to do next. Yeah. The Massachusetts-based advocacy group Earth Action called the congressman's decision a big victory for resistance to the Trump administration. Resist! I'm going to resign. Resist! You're not the reason why. Still resist! It's a victory! You know what? It'll be a victory when you actually win something, Democrats. We're going to talk about that next. The big victory in Georgia. Oh, what did the asshat said?
Ossoff.
What did he say?
Victory for the ages.
Yeah, for the ages. We'll talk about that coming up.
In a runoff special election.
The thing is I can see why the left is celebrating. The left is celebrating, even though, you know what? I'm going to resign. I'm going to do something. Yeah, we're with. No, actually, you're not. However, Jason, why are you going to give him that? Can we talk for a moment? Can we talk? Do you understand? Do you realize that we're in a battle for the republic? Do you understand that our enemy? Now, I'm using the word that Obama used. He's the one that started that, calling Republicans his enemies. Well, guess what? I guess that makes Democrats our enemies. The Democrat and the media, they're our enemies. Why are you going to give them an inch? Why are you going to give them something? Maybe you need to just stay on a little bit longer for the team. Or don't announce it, just do it quietly and let the Republicans get their ducks in a row. Why are you just going to pop up with this right now? So now I got to put on my conspiracy theory hat. What they got on you? What do they have on you? Oh, Scott wants to. Scott's giving me some information here. Hey, Scott, welcome to Wonderful One KQTH.
Good afternoon, James.
How you doing, Scott?
Very good, sir.
Am I way off the mark here?
There's some.
Wait. All right, Scott, if you can hear me, because I want to hear your comments. You need to call me back because your phone kind of is sucking right now. It's just breaking up. I think he was telling me that Jason Chaffetz was thinking about running for governor of the great state of Utah. Yeah. All right.
Can't you announce that while you're in office?
Something.
No, like seriously, aren't you supposed to be like, yes, I'm gonna like openly run? I don't know how that works.
Give me something. Don't just say, because like I said, is he just quitting? That's
Right.
where we are right now. That's where we are. That the tension is thick right now. You got to come with something.
Yeah, my first reaction was, he's quitting? Why?
My first reaction, well, man, what they do? What they do? What they find out?
What's he accused of?
Exactly. Oh, we got Scott back. Scott, welcome back.
Thank you, James.
All right, now what were you saying? Yeah, it is.
I think Jason Chaffetz is an honorable man who has decided it's time for somebody else to run for Congress, and there is speculation that he's going to run for governor of Utah in 2020.
Okay. But see, that's 2020. Can he just hang around for a couple more years? I mean,
Well, he'll be in Congress in
2018?
2018.
Right. Okay, then he'll do 2 years to. So this
And
was.
it's a primarily Republican district anyway, so we probably won't lose a seat there.
When you first heard this news, is that how you took it?
I did, because he seems to be a squeaky clean guy.
He does.
I don't think anybody's got anything on him.
But right, we get this news right when we find out Bill O'Reilly's forced out. Now everybody's thinking, in the gutter. Oh, Jason, what you do? But he does have a squeak. Most of the Utah, most of the Utah representatives have a squeaky clean reputation.
Yes, sir.
Mia Love has that as well. All right. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that information because that begins to make more sense. I appreciate it. Thank you, Scott, for calling back with that. Yes. He's going to be he wants to be governor, Ross. He wants to be governor.
Still could have announced it. But again, I don't know if you're not supposed to announce it until you're out of office. I don't know how that works.
Oh, let me see. One of the Democrats said that Jason Chaffetz was an enabler of President Donald Trump. See, the Democrats are going to keep trying to tag people with Donald Trump, not realizing that, America loves Donald Trump. The people that put Donald Trump in office, they still love him. Nobody has turned against Donald Trump. You keep saying this stuff. You mean this is the second campaign where where your message was dumping on Trump. You didn't have any ideas. You just want people to hate Trump. People don't hate Trump. They hate you. They don't see that yet, do they? I'll demonstrate that when we come back. You're listening to 104.1 KQTH.
Aha! On One Hit Wonder Wednesday.